was tired of the cat-and-mouse game. Caleb's surgical strike on the processing plant had been a low-cost, high-impact disruption. It cost the Syndicate millions in delayed contracts, reputational damage, and emergency repairs. Her patience, like the lights in the main plant, had not just burned out. It had violently short-circuited. She was ready to move from legal maneuvering to decisive tactical offense. Her target remained Lila Shaw's medical information. If she could prove, definitively, that Lila was involved in illicit activity at the time of the incident, the Thorne Syndicate could successfully counter Victor's inevitable civil lawsuit. This would secure a victory in the court of public opinion and cement the official narrative for the federal investigators. She had dispatched her most trusted, technologically adept operative, a man named Kane, to find the concealed medical facility. Kane was a cold-blooded ghost specializing in surveillance and digital infiltration, a man who saw the world as a network of vulnerabilities waiting to be exploited. Kane was methodical. He started by legally seizing all digitized medical records from Ironwood's official hospital, the one Victor had initially used to stabilize Lila. He didn't find the location directly, but he found the digital breadcrumbs, a phantom ambulance record placed into the dispatch log and immediately erased, a gap in the portable oxygen and blood supply logs that indicated a large unscheduled depletion, and a subtle, successful pressure applied to the night shift administrator, whose financial history showed a sudden, unexplained deposit. Piece by piece, Kane followed the digital trail through the Shaw's secondary network, mapping the remote, decommissioned mining sites until he pinpointed the anomaly, the old Red Fork Canyon Hospital hidden beneath a heavily camouflaged maintenance shed in a deep, isolated ravine. As Kane's team, a specialized unit focused on extraction and data retrieval, not combat breach the outer perimeter, Caleb Shaw, received a coded distress signal from the veteran guards he had placed there. The message was terse and chilling. Breached, tech-heavy, pinned. They had expected an attack, but not one executed with this level of technological finesse. They were pinned down, outnumbered, and outgunned by Thorne's specialized extraction team, who carried gear designed for bypassing security, not fighting a sustained war. Caleb, racing across the canyonlands from Dry Creek, his truck bouncing over the rough terrain, understood the urgency instantly. They weren't there to kill Lila. They were there for the data, the records that tied Lila to the scene. Records that could destroy the Shaw defense and Victor's only moral high ground. He was too far to intervene directly, but he had one tool left, one desperate, high-cost measure. Seraphine's network. He pulled the satellite phone, the connection clean and immediate, sacrificing one of his most valuable information favors, a highly protected list of high-value shore debtors. Seraphina, I need a diversion. Red Fork Canyon Hospital. Now, Thorne's men are inside. Stop them from getting the patient files. The favor is yours, debt cleared. Seraphina's response was a chilling affirmation of her efficiency, a dry whisper over the secure line. Consider it done. They won't know where the storm came from. Seraphina did not send men. She didn't need to. Instead, she hit the Red Fork Canyon site with a targeted, Devastating electromagnetic pulse, EMP, generated remotely from a decommissioned communications relay she secretly controlled miles away. The impact was instant and total. Kane's advanced tactical communications scrambled. His team's night vision goggles went dark with a sputtering whine, and the portable generators powering the hidden building sputtered and died. The sudden, blinding darkness threw the Thorne team into chaos. Caleb's loyal guards, veterans accustomed to fighting in pitch-black tunnels and relying on instinct, used a momentary panic to push back, utilizing their superior knowledge of the dark, claustrophobic layout. Kane, the ghost, realizing the attack was targeted and specialized, didn't bother engaging in a protracted gunfight that he was ill-equipped for. He shifted his focus to the central server room, desperate to grab the hard drive before permanent data loss occurred from the power surge. The EMP had fried the main electronic security system, but the old, mechanical safe where the physical patient ledgers, the originals of Lila's initial diagnosis, were stored, remained impenetrable. Kane had one last chance, the digital backup. He managed to grab a single encrypted tablet containing Lila's daily vital signs log and the doctor's initial, hastily written assessment notes before the entire facility plunged into absolute radio silence. He retreated immediately, leaving behind 3 wounded men and a clear, unmistakable message. The Shaws are found and their secrets are vulnerable. When Caleb finally arrived, the Thorne team was gone, leaving only the smell of ozone and burnt electronics. He found his men shaken but victorious, the primary patient file secure in the old safe. But the retrieved tablet, even if encrypted, was a massive failure. What did they get? Caleb demanded, surveying the damage to the wiring and the downed generator. They took a tablet, the medic said, looking grim, running a panicked check on Lila. It had the daily vitals log and the initial assessment notes. They know she was critically injured, but they won't have the full extent of the damage or the details of the transfer. It's an incomplete picture, but enough to confirm our location. Caleb knew the game had changed from defense to high-stakes offense. Audrey had shown her hand. She would stop at nothing to expose Lila. He had to hit her where she was most exposed, the secret lie that protected her father. Meanwhile, Marshal Jake Riley was sitting across from Elias Thorne's nephew, Jasper Thorne, in a drab, windowless federal holding room. Riley had used the threat of the JT engraved holster the physical evidence of the cover-up to drag the spoiled Thorne Heir in for questioning. Jasper, accustomed to the legal protection of his family, was initially arrogant, demanding a lawyer and threatening to call senators. But Riley was unmoved. He laid out the evidence, not as accusations but as immutable facts: the holster, the testimony of the surviving Shaw men, and the medical trajectory of the deceased guard, Hayes, showing he was shot from behind by friendly fire. Your guard, Hayes, died trying to save Victor Shaw's daughter from you. Jasper, Riley said, his voice low and cutting, filled with professional contempt. He died because he intercepted a stray shotgun blast from a Shaw driver who was trying to stop you from pulling the trigger on an unarmed civilian. You created an act of war, and then you let your uncle cover it up as a criminal crossfire. That is obstruction of justice, a federal offense carrying decades of jail time. Jasper finally cracked, the weight of the lie and the fear of a lifetime prison sentence overwhelming him. He wasn't afraid of a murder charge. He was afraid of being disowned and forgotten by the Syndicate, of losing the wealth that defined him. It was an accident, Jasper cried, slamming his hand on the metal table, the sound echoing in the room. Uncle Elias told me exactly what to say. He made me leave the scene. He said the injury to the Shaw girl was the only thing that would make Victor fight, and that the death of Hayes proved we were the victims. He wrote the statement, not me. Riley listened with grim satisfaction. He now had a full recorded confession. He had the irrefutable evidence that Elias Thorne and by extension, Audrey had constructed an entire narrative around a lie and an attempted murder cover-up. This wasn't just about financial crimes. This was a conspiracy to obstruct justice and cover up a fatal shooting. He called Agent Vance, who was waiting in the hallway. "We have the confession, Agent. Jasper confirms the cover-up, names Elias, and implicates Audrey. We use this to apply maximum pressure on Audrey Thorne. She thought the legal system was her shield. It's about to become her cage." The very next morning, Caleb Shaw executed his devastating counterattack. He couldn't fight Audrey's armies, but he could fight her reputation and her financial stability. He targeted the West Ridge property, the same one Audrey had just seized with such public fanfare and was planning to develop into a massive mining operation. He didn't hit the structure. Instead, he used his last remaining connections in the old engineering guild to leak an anonymous, perfectly forged environmental impact report, to a hyperlocal, yet influential, investigative news blog known for its aggressive stance against mining corporations. The report detailed catastrophic, decades-long levels of groundwater contamination caused by illicit Shaw dumping practices at the West Ridge site, dating back to Victor's early years. The leak wasn't true, but it was plausible, given Victor's documented disregard for regulation. The effect was immediate and catastrophic. Audrey had paid millions for a property that was now potentially radioactive Environmental agencies launched an immediate stop work order, freezing all development and forcing the Syndicate to commit massive, immediate resources to remediation and testing, costing them even more. The West Ridge seizure, Audrey's greatest legal victory, was now a toxic financial black hole. Audrey, furious, watched her stock ticker dip and her legal team scramble, her veneer of control momentarily shattering. She knew this was Caleb's work, a quiet, devastating counter-move that used her own tools against her. He hadn't fought her men. He had attacked her credibility and the very value of her assets. She decided to meet him, breaking all protocols that Elias had ever instilled. She used a neutral, encrypted channel, a long-forgotten forum shared only by their fathers, to send a message to Caleb's known burner phone. We meet alone. Tonight, the old Ironwood bridge. Bring what you took. I'll bring what I found, Caleb accepted. The old Ironwood bridge, was the unofficial border between their territories, a lonely, rusting structure over a deep ravine. It was the only place in the territory where they could stand on equal footing, neither on Shaw ground nor Thorne ground, suspended precariously over the abyss of their feud. As the midnight fog rolled in, thick and cold off the ravine, Caleb and Audrey met at the center of the Ironwood bridge. Caleb carried nothing but a sidearm concealed beneath his coat. Audrey was flanked by two silent, black-suited guards, maintaining a professional distance of 30 feet. The only light came from the cold, pale moonlight struggling through the mist. "You're reckless, Caleb," Audrey said, stepping forward, the polished steel of the bridge railing reflecting in her eyes. "You hit West Ridge. You cost the Syndicate millions in capital and a year of development. But you left your sister exposed, and now I know where she is." She held up the encrypted tablet taken from Red Fork, the small screen flashing intermittently in the dark. "I have enough here to prove that Lila was not a civilian caught in the crossfire. She was riding with known associates and was involved in the transportation of contraband. I can use this to flip the narrative, discredit her, and turn Victor's civil suit into a federal case against him. You cannot win this, Caleb." Caleb remained outwardly calm, allowing the frigid air to steady his voice. He pulled a crumpled legal document from his pocket. It wasn't the fake environmental report. It was a *** legitimate foreclosure notice *** he had secretly managed to push through against a minor but symbolically important Thorne property, an old, abandoned church the Thornes had owned since the 1930s, a property with deep family roots. "You can have the records, Audrey," Caleb said, dropping the foreclosure notice, letting the paper flutter at her feet, a white flag of conditional surrender. "And you can keep the West Ridge money pit. But you leave Lila out of it. She is civilian collateral damage, and everyone, including Marshal Riley, knows it. I give you the church, and I stop the environmental leaks. You give me the tablet, and a solemn vow that you will not use Lila's name against the Shaws again. This ends now." Audrey's face hardened. She was not used to bargaining. She was used to taking. "Why should I trust you, a fugitive's son?" "Because you need control, Audrey," Caleb countered, his voice flat, his gaze unwavering. "You don't want a blood war with Victor Shaw that burns down your empire. And if you use Lila's records, I will ensure that the rest of your assets are declared toxic by tomorrow morning. Your father built a fortress. I know where the foundations are weak. We are not enemies tonight. We are two people trying to stop our fathers from ending us both. I want peace. You want power. This is the price of your power." Suddenly the silence was shattered by the approaching siren of a single vehicle, Marshal Riley's unmarked federal SUV, pulling up to the west side of the bridge, its single headlight cutting through the fog. Riley stepped out, his tall, imposing figure framed by the cold moonlight. His gaze swept over the scene. The two heirs, the guarded Thorne men, the tension hanging in the air. "Good evening, Mr. Shaw. Miss Thorne, I apologize for interrupting your negotiation, but I'm afraid the rules of the game have changed." He walked deliberately towards Audrey, stopping a few feet away, close enough for the full impact of his words. "Audrey Thorne, you are under arrest. Obstruction of justice, conspiracy to cover up an attempted murder, and racketeering. Your nephew, Jasper, has confirmed your involvement in the cover-up of the shooting on the river trail. The Syndicate's shield, Elias Thorne's pretense of control, is gone." Audrey's composure fractured. The tablet dropped from her hand and clattered silently on the steel grating of the bridge. She looked at Caleb, realization dawning in her eyes. He hadn't just created an external crisis with the EM and the environmental leak. He had forced Riley's hand by creating the perfect stalemate on the bridge. The legal war was over, and Caleb had just executed the final devastating move. She was now in the same prison cell as her father. Caleb had achieved the checkmate, sacrificing the church property and accepting the risk to Lila, all to bring down the Thorne legal fortress. The bridge meeting had been a calculated trap, and Audrey had walked directly into it.